I don't remember where I heard it, but the idea is you can hate injustice and it'll cause you to tear things down, that thing down. Or you can love justice. Loving justice is going to bring you a much better result in the end. Hating on injustice will cause you to judge, cause you to blame. You'll feel indignant, dissatisfied, taken advantage of, but it's not fair. They're doing this and they shouldn't be able to do that. And how are they getting away with this? And this is bad and they're bad and bleh, right? With alienation, as alienated parents, one thing that I think we're all suggested to not do is go out and speak out in anger and be that person, right? That's hating injustice. It would just perpetuate that stereotype for us. But if we decide that we love and purpose ourselves for justice, then you're looking at the solution. You are looking for ways to solve for the injustice. If we're feeling love towards the solution, then it doesn't leave much space for the anger towards a specific person or a specific crime, whatever it is for you. So that's what I keep having to remind myself of this week. It's not about this who's doing whatever and abusing her children, possibly, right? I mean, it is, but it's also not. There's a bigger, more widespread issue than that. And the fact that the mannerisms of this woman and the mannerisms of the woman that's in my daughter's life are so synced up by my observation anyway, it tells me that, and I already know just from all of you out there that I speak to on a regular basis, that this is happening not just on a small scale, but on the big scale. This isn't just an isolated incident. So I don't need to focus on only her and only my situation with my daughter. See, here's the thing is when we're living in anger, anger only riles up our nervous system. And so then we go into fight or flight, right? Living in the anger is going to cause us to not act in the most evolved way, not think in the most evolved way, not feel the best. We're going to be feeling feelings like hatred, indignance, victimization, self pity. We feel that we don't deserve what's happening to us. They don't deserve it. And we're talking about all the ways that things are wrong and things need to be done, but we're not actually living in the solution. We're living in the indignance. And people love to band together in indignance and in hate. That is a thing. It's a real thing that has been going on since there were people, probably, right? People love to get together and bond, right? Connect on the injustices done to them, being done in the world. I mean, there's coaches out there that market their programs on this and this alone. They pull people in, whatever audience that they happen to be targeting, talk about all the ways that the perpetrator has wronged them and it's terrible, and use these tactics to stop the alienator or stop the narcissist in their tracks. But when you're focused on the narcissist always, then you're constantly having to adjust what you're doing in order to prepare adequately, anticipate what the perpetrator is doing. So you're still always out focused on hating the negativity. It's an icky place to live, constantly thinking about what they can do to harm you. Instead, when you decide to purpose yourself to raise awareness, to band together in solution, it's not as attractive. I will say it's not as clickbaity, but you're going to find yourself feeling a lot better and accomplishing a lot more. You're not just what are those books called? A slam book, burn book. You're not just talking smack about the evil people that have done you wrong. It's so tempting to do, especially when you can see the clear injustice being done. Like with me the other day, when I was looking at all of this evidence against this Allison girl, these poor children that are now suffering at the absence of their father. It was difficult for me in that moment to not blame and think nasty thoughts about her. But when I do that, guess what? I feel like shit. But it doesn't mean I'm going to turn my cheek, and ignore it. I mean, it's not my business to deal with, but I can actually turn this into something productive for us, for me, for our children by bringing awareness, by talking with you guys about bringing awareness in love. coming from a place of love for our children, for our own selves, and for maybe even the person that's committing the crime, if you will, for a better society, for peace and love forever.